Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello doctor. For today, we would like to have a presentation which is our topic will be cost accounting in management. But before we proceed, let me introduce my group members. Starting with me, my name is Nur Ain binti Kamaluddin with matrix number 204061. Next will be Wanukaina Al-Sufia binti Mior Muhammad Nur Effendi with matrix number 204274. And lastly will be Nur Aisyah binti Muhammad Nan with matrix number 203540. For today's presentation, we're going to have three components, which is starting with the overview. Next, we proceed into our main topic, which is cost accounting in management. And lastly will be the conclusion. Definition of cost accounting. Cost accounting is the art and science of recording, classifying, summarizing, and analyzing costs with the objective of cost control, cost reduction, and cost calculation and projection, thereby helping management make broader business decisions. Our four types of cost accounting consists of the standard cost accounting, marginal cost accounting, activity-based accounting, and lean accounting. Okay, starting with the standard cost accounting, which is an accounting system used by manufacturer to identify and analyze the differences between the actual cost of production good and the cost that should have occurred to produce this good. The costs that should have occurred to produce a good are known as a standard cost. These costs either on the past report or experience of the firm or market research conducted by the management. Standard costs basically involve product costs, for example, like direct costs, direct labor costs, and manufacturing overhead costs. So since manager has set the standard costs, they can then proceed with the planning and budgeting decision and can project the net income based on the standard cost of production. Next will be the margin cost accounting, which is only variable costs are assigned to the product while the fixed costs are considered as the cost for the period. Fixed costs are directly put into income statement. The marginal cost of a product is its variable cost, which is this cost include items such as direct materials cost and direct labor cost and the others. As the volume of production will changes, this cost also change it proportionately. While the fixed cost, this cost will remain unchanged regardless of the volume of the production. So in this approach, it is not possible to identify the net profit per product since we don't know how much of fixed costs belong to an individual product. This approach only gives the amount of contribution of fixed costs and profit. The contribution is the differences between the total revenue and the total variable cost. And next, we proceed with the activity-based costing, which is the costing method in which various activities in an organization, typically in a factory, are identified. And these costs are allocated to this activity. The costs accumulated in this activity are further allocated to the product and service based on the actual consumption by each product. Activity-based costing assign cost to product service based on the activity which go into their production and quantity of resource consumed by this activity. And lastly will be lean accounting, which is it takes this into an account and define efficiency, not in terms of production in a month, but efficiency in terms of how much time processing on order takes. Next, I'm going to proceed with the element of cost accounting consists of three: materials, labor, and overhead. For materials consists of direct and indirect materials. And for the materials directly contribute to a product and those easily identifiable in the finished product are called direct materials. As for example, paper in book, wood in furniture, and plastic in water tank. They are also known as a high value item. For other lower cost item or supporting materials used in the production are called indirect materials, as for example, nails in shoe or furniture. And next is labor. It is any wages paid to worker or a group of workers which may directly correlate to any specific activity of production, supervision, maintenance, transportation of materials or product, and directly associate with conversion of raw materials into finished goods are considered as a direct labor. Wages paid to trainee or apprentice does not come under category of a direct labor as they have no significant value, so they are considered as a direct labor. And lastly, we're going to proceed with the overhead. which is consists of the indirect expenses, which include materials and labor, but in terms of the indirect overhead are classified as production or manufacturing overhead, administrative expenses, selling expenses, distribution expenses, and research and development expenses. Next, before we go more further, we need to consider that there are differences between the cost accounting and financial accounting, which is under the cost accounting, they are focused on management decision, while the financial accounting are focused on issuing financial statement to outside parties. So based on their focusing, we can consider that the cost accounting are for the internal user, which is information provided by the cost accounting is used only by the internal management of the organization, like for example their employees, their director, manager, supervisor, and so on. While for the financial accounting, user of information provided by the financial accounting are internal and external party, for example like creditor, shareholder, and also their customers. And next, we proceed with their nature, which is for cost accounting based on the past and present value, while for the financial accounting based on the historical, which is past. And lastly, for the cost accounting purpose will be on how they want to reduce and control their costs, while the financial accounting want to keep their complete record of the financial transaction.
Alright. My name is Wano Karina Sufia binti Mir Muhammad Effendi with matrix number 204274. So I will continue this presentation with cost accounting in management. So we had done a review of 6 research articles regarding cost accounting in management. So the first article that we choose entitled Optimal Decision Making Using Cost Accounting Information, written in 2002. So the purpose of this article is to identify the most significant decisions that cost accounting information is used in management. So the method used is a quantitative method, as a survey was sent to 600 production managers in a large number of firms. So the survey data analysis technique had asked the managers what important decisions they make by using cost accounting information. So findings shows that 85 responses were received from 285 companies, and 2 versions of a model company were developed to model the 2 scenarios, which referred to as the pricing scenario and the make or buy scenario. So from this article, the results show that most of the companies and managers use cost accounting information for both the pricing and make or buy decision. So from our point of view, this article clearly states that cost accounting data are used mostly for decision making in pricing and make versus buy. So we agree that this article is useful in the management of companies, as it provides evidences on the best way cost accounting can help management in making decisions. So next, the second article that we choose is the role of cost accounting system in the pricing decision making in industrial companies of Thai City, Yemen, written in 2016. So the purpose of this article is to identify the role of cost accounting system in the process of pricing decision making in Yemeni industrial companies of Thai City. So the method used in this research is descriptive and analytic method. By distributing a sample of questionnaires to 80 managers of financial departments in 5 industrial companies in Thai City, Yemen. A statistical analysis tool is used to analyze the results obtained from the questionnaires. So the finding is that there is a significant positive result, a positive relationship between the roles of the cost accounting system in the pricing decision making in industrial companies of Thai City, Yemen. So the responses show that the subject about the quality of information that is provided by cost accounting system in the pricing decision making in the short term with the arithmetic mean of the axis 3.8239, a degree of approval by the members of the sample. And this means that the system provides information relevant high quality use in making pricing decisions. So the results show that the cost accounting system applied in industrial companies provide quality accounting information, and there is an impact of this information on the pricing decision making, and there are areas in which pricing decision much depend on the information provided by the cost accounting systems. So from our point of view, we agree that this article clearly states the cost accounting system applied in industrial companies provide quality accounting information in the pricing decision making. So there are some suggestions in improvement to be done in future research, which is companies should adopt a new vision in the design of such system in order to provide high quality information to get benefit chances and verify the extent of adoption of the application of cost system and the role of application in promoting and strengthening pricing decisions. So the third article that we choose is cost accounting in public hospitals in Poland, usefulness for internal and external purposes. The purpose of this article is to assess the cost accounting solutions in the year 1998 until 2011 that are used currently in Polish hospitals. This research is carried out by collecting the results from different numbers of hospitals in different periods as the population of public hospital, because the uniformity of organization structure and reinvestment policy for this organization in Poland. So the questionnaire method was used in conducting the research. The respondents were the employees of the hospitals, which are both managers and cost accounting specialists. So the finding is that the purpose of the cost accounting in the year 1992 until 1998 was to provide information on the cost of service rendered in the final cost centers, which include primary healthcare units, specialist clinics, hospital wards, and ambulance units. So the results from the research show limited usefulness um, of the costing model used by public hospitals in accordance with the regulation 1998 in all of the evaluated areas, which is management, financial reporting, and pricing. So the results, particularly in terms of the importance of costing model of 1998 for management, indicates that average importance in the cost information. So the use of cost data for the purpose of resource management was moderate. So the third articles results show difference with the result from the first and second articles. This is because different sectors has different cost accounting system used and how the cost information will be used by the management. So the first and second article shows similar results, which is cost accounting information is important in management decision making. So that's all from me. I will pass this to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Karina. My name is Nur Aisyah binti Muhammadnian with matrix number 203540. I will give some explanation about the article Cost Accounting and Financial Health, Analysis of Cost Reduction Policy Effect in Selected Enterprises of Metallurgy Industry in Uzbekistan by Nodira Abdusalomova. The main purpose of this study is to examine the relevance of cost accounting by analyzing the effect of cost reduction policy on financial health of selected metallurgy industry enterprises. When it comes to methodology, it was chosen to apply Enyi's solvency model, which evaluate how the firm gets solvency, and this model contains 4 prime steps. From this research, we found the secondary metallurgic industry is a supplier of high demand products important for both intermediate and final consumption. Public policy to reduce the cost of primary industrial materials has short and long-term effect not only in market share, capital, but also financial viability and sustainability of enterprises. The result that I get from this research is cost accounting is widespread but less empirically analyzed branch of accounting. Then adoption of cost accounting principles or a cost related decision may have an effect on profitability, efficiency, and stability of a firm. The study proves that in the context of accounting system reforms and transition, cost accounting has to be an integral part of the accounting system due to market, cost, and profit factors. Next, article A Study of Cost and Management Accounting Practices in Sri Lanka's Manufacturing Industry by Harindra Kariyawasam. Analyzing the cost accounting and account management practices of public goods manufacturing companies in Sri Lanka is the main purpose for this research. The main data collection instrument used in the study was an interview questionnaire conducted with the chief financial officers of 70 public goods manufacturing companies in Sri Lanka. Findings from the study revealed that the main costing method used by public goods manufacturing companies is activity-based costing, followed by process costing and job costing. Okay, from this article, the researcher states that the cost accountants in today's highly competitive and dynamic business environment need to understand that the various functions or links such as customer service, marketing, distribution, and others in the value chain of a business. The result from overall this article showed that cost accounting information is mainly used by public goods manufacturing companies for pricing related decision making, followed by customer profitability related decision making and performance measurement. And the last article is written by Fodili Soumya, which is the use of accounting information in strategic decision making process. The aim of this research is to demonstrate the use of accounting information resulted from the financial accounting system in the process of strategic decision making. In this study, they used an interview addressed to 15 managers and preparers of accounting information in Algerian companies. The main findings indicate that the managers share a positive view on the financial accounting system and its output are helpful to facilitate the strategic decision-making process compared with the previous accounting plan. On this article, the author Fadili states that managerial accounting and cost accounting will also provide instructions on computing the cost of products at a manufacturing enterprise, since strategic decisions have a long-term effect on a business, and therefore it is important to analyze accounting information for strategic decision. The main results indicate that accounting information is used in the most of the strategic decision made by companies' managers. That's all from me. I will pass this presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Now, let's come to the conclusion. Based on the presentation that had been done by Aisha and Karina, we had known that cost accounting had been used widely in all around the world, not just in the company, but also used in the health industry, for example, in hospital. So, cost information that we get from the cost accounting can be used in order to determine the price of the product that will lead to the profitability and then can improve the company or the industry or the management performance measurement. Apart from that, cost accounting also can be helped in order to reduce the cost. Next, from the information that we get from the cost accounting also may help in make buy decision that will influence the strategic that similarly influence to the strategic decision making. So I guess that's all from us. Thank you.